How to get better buy-in on your decisions. There's a great mistake that leaders make, and it's so consistent, that really thwarts the buy-in of your people. And that is, when you make a decision, explain the logic behind it. One of the great mistakes leaders make is they don't take the time to explain why they're doing what they do. Think about it for a second. When you're a lower rung manager now, a frontline supervisor, whatever, and maybe you're a CEO now that used to be in that position, and a decision came down that you thought was like the dumbest thing you ever heard in your life. Well, if you think a decision is really stupid and dumb, what's your motivation to buy into it, and what's your motivation to do it? It's much less. But if you understand the logic behind it, and believe the logic behind it, the buy-in is much, much greater. Listen, we can't explain our logic behind our decisions in emergency situations. We can't explain it later, however. But most situations, most decisions we make are not emergency decisions. So take the time to explain your decision. Even if they don't buy the logic, even if they disagree with your logic, there'll still be greater buy-in because they'll know at least there was a thought process behind it. You're not just messing with their minds. There is some reason for what you're doing, even if they disagree with the reason. So, when you make a decision, explain to your team, explain to your subordinates the logic behind the decision you're making. If they agree with your logic, you've got full buy-in, their hearts will be in it. Even if they disagree with your logic, they will buy in to a greater measure simply because they know there was a thought process behind it and you're just not making decisions at a whim. Take the time, explain your logic, get greater buy-in.